Here we go, chat. It's Chairzard time. You've been waiting. You've been waiting, I don't know how long. A week? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, don't do this. Oh, don't do this. Don't do this. No, 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 no. That's not cool. That's not cool. Don't do this. Oh, you're fucking kidding me. Now what? Why am I controller 2? Huh? I updated Windows. That's what it is. That's what it is. You motherfucker. Every time I update Windows, it does something stupid. It turned on VJoy. Why did it turn on V? Why did it turn on VJoy? Has that been on the whole time? Has that been on the whole time? Don't tell me that's been on the whole time. Hold on, chat. There's something I just need to test before we start because I've been fucking around with this forever. Mind your eardrums. This is gonna be real fucking loud. So let me just turn this down. I'm gonna test this live on stream because it's not working. And now that I see that's a thing. We'll turn that down. Nope, all the way down. Okay. You son of a bitch. You absolute son of a bitch. No fucking way. Oh my god. It works. It works. It works. It works. Oh my god, it works. Oh. Son of a bitch. I've been struggling with that for 4 fucking days. And it finally works. Because the Windows update forced VJoy back on, which turns the game... It turns the adapter into the joy slot 1, and it defaults my Xbox controller to 2. That's why it wouldn't work. It's because it was registering my controller as the GameCube controller, even though it doesn't work. It works. It fucking works. Oh my god. Alright, so first of all, let me apologize to both Chariot and Melon for taking the time out of their lives yesterday to try and figure out what was wrong with that. Coming up with their own solutions and not working for me, and then... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Chat, this is why double spoiler didn't work either. This is why double spoiler didn't work. Because that has been on the whole time. You know why? Because remember last time I tried to boot it up and it gave me a runtime error 13? Runtime error 13, I looked it up and it's either not updated systems or registry issues. So I updated my Windows, and I guess updating Windows defaults that back to on, so nothing worked, and I didn't realize it because every other game I had played hadn't had an issue, and I just assumed that double spoiler was doing something that other Toho games had done to me before. Oh my good god. Well, I'm in a better mood now because one of the biggest issues I've had... What the fuck? Oh, I broke it. Oh, I broke it. Oh no, I broke it. Hold on. Fuck off. Wow. The absolute hurdles that were jumped through to get to this point. Just to discover that was the problem. Hold on, hold on. Thank you, Yo-Yo, for gifting us sub. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Alright, so now we're having fun. Now we're having a fun time. I can't believe that was the whole problem this whole time, and I didn't even realize it because I haven't done anything that required a GameCube controller in a week. This should work. Give it to me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I don't believe it. Seriously, the amount of shit that those two tried to get that to work is ridiculous. And the fact that I couldn't get any of it to work for me was infuriating. And now I know the issue. So, that's good. Again, thank you guys for helping. This is the most unexpected thing, that's for sure. But I am very glad that everything worked out. They're the real VIPs. Unfortunately, to get VIP in this chat, you gotta win a total soccer tournament. So we're gonna go back to the boat. It does work now, and that's the best part. Now I can finally get back to work. And now I can finally play I can play Rock Maiden 2 and 3 as well, because that was an issue that I was having with all of them. Because at first it didn't work for 2, and I was like, what? So I tried to boot up number 1 again, and it was like, oh, great. That one doesn't work either. And I just didn't even bother trying with 3. I just didn't. I was like, this is not gonna work. I know this isn't gonna work. I've been everywhere down here, yeah. I think the last thing I have to do is the stretch before the rival. Remember, I'm not gonna get cut. I'm gonna beat the rival. I'm gonna leave, and then I'm gonna cut through, Celadon. Sure, I'm glad I remember where to go on this boat. That was a lie. I don't know where the hell I'm going. Alright. Wow. Yeah, I'm in a great mood right now. In all my travels, I've never seen any Chairzard sleep like this one. It was something like this. Chunky boy. That's a good one. It's the Chungus of the Pokemon universe. Oh my goodness. Alright. Yeah, I got my water, have my chicken tendies. Everything's good. Everything is more than good. It's fantastic. So Skyrim is releasing Steam's 20% discount. Oh fuck, I gotta get that. Thank you. I wanna check that out. Still waiting for double focus. I hope that was true. What is this game? This is Pokemon Red and Blue, but every Pokemon in the game is a variation of Chairzard. Every Pokemon is part Fire type, and I have Horndrill on a Pikachu. Yes. It's a very strange game, but it's very entertaining. So chat, I didn't get to talk about it yesterday, but now is a good game to really talk about it. How about that Direct? Goodness gracious. I have some mixed feelings about it personally. Hear me out on this. Okay, so let me go in order. Let me start in order with the Direct before we not Direct, but like the Mario 35th anniversary. It wasn't really a Direct, but you call it a Direct. Let me start with the beginning. The limited edition Game & Watch with Mario Bros. Lost Levels and Game & Watch Ball featuring Mario for some reason. That looks cool, but it screams, please buy me in bulk and sell me at 3 times the price on online retailers. Yeah, now I'm in a real good mood now, chat. I'm in a great mood. It's good. Artificial scarcity. I fucking hate it. So let's keep going from there. Mario 3D World getting a Switch port with additional content in whatever Bowser's Fury is exciting. It's quite exciting. Personally, I think it's exciting. I want to see what they do with that, and I hope it's good. Oh, shit, what do I do? I'm gonna keep Pikachu up front. I don't remember what room I was just in. Yeah, it was this one. Yes, I have some cheap Chairzard. Fair people cross water. That's lappers. Chairzard can cut down small bushes. Can it now? A button's a little wonky. How weird. Okay. We're getting there, chat. I'm getting there because that's the end. I wanna go one at a time because I think everything is worth discussing at least. So, where was I? Right. 3D Land on Switch, I'm perfectly okay with, especially if the additional content is good, because I really like 3D World. Not 3D Land, 3D World, 3D World. I really like 3D World as a game. It's one of my favorite Wii U games. I thought it was a fantastic game, and to see we're getting additional content with it, like Pikmin 3, which by the way, that comes out in a month. More like 2 months, I suppose. But I'm excited for that as well. Ponyzard. That doesn't look very Ponyzard at all. I really like 3D World. It has great music, good ambience. It has one of my favorite segments in like all of Mario history. Chat, do you remember, I think it's World 5, but do you remember the underwater level when you go through the clear pipe, and it's basically like there's nothing going on, but you can see in the background there's those sunken ships just hanging out down there, and you can just take in this background piece as you go through the pipe. That is one of my favorite moments in like all of 3D Mario. It doesn't really serve any purpose. There's nothing you do there. You just look at it and observe it, and it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Accompanied with the underwater music, it's easily one of my favorite things. It's kind of a small detail because again, there's no actual gameplay going on there. You're just looking at it as you go by the auto scroller. God damn, it's beautiful. So I'm hoping that the additional content is a difficulty pack of sorts. I mean, with the name Bowser's Fury, I think it's safe to assume it's gonna be a little harder than easy, but who knows for sure, right? Second, after that, we got Super Mario 35. Chat, do you remember when a couple months ago there was a Mario Battle Royale? I remember it because Vinny and Joel played it, and it was basically there's 100 people. They play through World 1. I think it's only World 1. I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure it was only World 1. And you all play alongside each other, so you can see the ghosts of the other players. And there's a top 3 at the end. And Nintendo took it down, right? Nintendo took it down. Thank you, Griff, for the rip. Twitch Prime for 3 months. Welcome to Chairzard. Nothing wrong with being casual. Nothing wrong with being casual. Not everyone takes games as seriously as others, and that's fine. I mean, look at me. I'm just fucking around on this one. I'm having a good time. So yeah, that game was cool. Got taken down by Nintendo, and Nintendo released is going to release 35, which is 35 people play at the same time on Mario Brothers, and taking down enemies and stuff gives you additional time and sends enemies to other people's maps. It's like Tetris 99, that kind of dealio, right? And it actually seems like a cool idea. And I understand that if you had 100 people doing that, it would turn to utter chaos, but seeing how some of the maps can turn out with enemy placement showing up on your map is a really cool idea. The not so cool idea is that the game is only available for 6 months. Why? You can play the game between, I think it was September and March 31st. After March 31st, the game is just gone. You don't get to play it anymore. I don't know. I don't know. Why would they do that? And that's just the icing on the cake. I'm getting to the real meat of the situation. So next is the augmented reality Mario Kart, which, to be honest with you, it's too late in my life to really get a good feel for that, honestly. Like, I hate to sound like an old man, but like, you know, I'm a bit too old for that. But I think it's a really cool idea, and I think that it'll work really well for people who are interested in that kind of thing. Alright, here we go. So, I'm okay with that one. It's a little bit simple, I guess, especially if you compare it to other Mario Karts, but it is AR. And it is cool. But yeah, it's definitely not for me. I'm a little too old now. Bonjour! Imagine seeing you here. Charlotte, were you really invited? So how's that? Chairzard's coming. I already caught 40 kinds, pal. Different kinds are everywhere. Call around in grassy areas. Okay. My little brother who turns 11 soon is right here, and even he doesn't get it. That's a shame. I think it looks really cool, but maybe it's because I'm out of touch. I think it would be cool for younger people to see, but younger people also have access to different technology nowadays, right? Where kids get things like iPads and all that kind of nonsense. So AR Mario Kart seems kind of like, it's not, I don't know, maybe the spark of joy is not quite the same. Whereas when I was a kid, you know, in the dinosaur age, 'cause I'm an old ass man, toys were all we really had, right? Our technology was very, very limited, and people who are older than me had it worse. Eradicate. Corn Joe! Fuck. Oh well, I can just double kick it if it kills me. One more try. Ah. So here's the big one, chat. Here's the big one. Here's the real big one. Turns out the rumors, the leaks, the whatever, were true. What? How do you soft lock? I don't know you can soft lock. Then again, I've never beaten Banjo. The farthest I ever got to Banjo was Mad Monster Manor, and then I just didn't play anymore. A damn shame, because it's a fun game. Anyway, sidetrack. Oh god. I don't know about this one. The leaks were real. We're getting a 3D combo pack with enhanced visuals for Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, and Mario Galaxy. That's great. Although, there's a statue that won't take eggs, speedrunners ran into it, but it's apparently rare for a normal playthrough. Really? Huh. I know what you're talking about, because I've seen Banjo speedruns, but, huh. Didn't know that part. Back to the point. So I watched Vinny's video on it, and I don't really follow the mod scene, stuff like that. I heard there was a cut master on board, but he was just a seasick old man. But cut itself was really useful. You should go see him. Apparently, modders have successfully turned Mario 64 into a widescreen game, but this Nintendo port isn't widescreen, I suppose. So that's kind of silly. But Mario Sunshine's cool. So basically what I'm trying to say is Mario 64 is something you could actually play with better specs. It's off the port, but you know, it's a little bit of a slippery slope. But Sunshine is good, and Galaxy is one of my favorite games, if not my favorite game of all time. So I'm really pumped for that. However, here's where the confusion comes in. Here's the confusion. It is a timed exclusive. It is a limited copy run for the physical copies, right? So you're probably thinking, okay, I'll just download it. I'll get a download version. That's limited too. I don't know why. I don't understand it. But that game is limited. If you don't get it in the time frame, it's just gone. And Vinny had a reasonable idea. I say reasonable, but I think it's unreasonable. But he said that maybe what they'd end up doing is they would stop the bundle and then sell the game separately. Which, come on, that's kind of shitty. And on the other hand, they're creating this timed exclusive during a pandemic. Not a great idea. So as cool as it is, that has got to be the strangest choice they've ever made. Honestly, I don't understand it at all. You release these 3 games together in a bundle pack, HDify them, make them look beautiful, and then you're like, by the way, if you don't buy this in 5 months, 6 months, I don't even know how long the time frame is, then it's gone forever. Bye-bye. See you later. It's stupid. It's simply stupid. So what am I doing right now, chat? I'm in Celadon, but I don't need to be in Celadon. I'm gonna head to Lavender this way, because I'm gonna battle the trainers and hope my level stacks up. And I am gonna battle the guy. I'm gonna battle the guy who creates the glitch, because I'm not interested in doing the glitch anymore. They later probably sent another bundle that's similar to Galaxy 2. That's another thing. Galaxy 2 doesn't exist. It's not the Mart, that's the Pokemon Center. It's the Zard Center. The Mart still has the Mart text. Mario Sunshine is a great game. Mario Galaxy 2 doesn't exist, which is just ridiculous. But I kind of understand why they wouldn't release it alongside it, I suppose. But at the same time, come on, man, you can't just pretend it's not there. But I'm excited. I'm excited for that because I love Mario Galaxy and I really want to play it again anyway. But yeah, Nintendo makes the most questionable business decisions I've ever seen. I don't understand them. Like if there's a business major who wants to explain what Nintendo's doing, by all means, please give me a shot what you think on that, because as I see it, this timed exclusive thing is ridiculous, and that kind of thing just enables scalpers. You know, the people that just buy in bulk of a limited supply and then sell back for like 3 or 4 times the price, affecting the market because they're buying them in bulk, so people who want them can't buy them, and then they're selling them back for ridiculous amounts of money. It's a pretty goddamn scummy business tactic. But Nintendo's a gigantic enabler for it. I can't believe it. They keep releasing these limited time things while supplies last, and guess what? Supplies ain't gonna last when you make 5 of them. It happened with Amiibo. It happened with Switches, actually. Switches were getting scalped because they couldn't restock them. It was hard to get supply, because this was back in like March, April, when, you know, the real height of it. And so people were selling Switches online for like 3 or 4 times the price. And they could do that because it wasn't important like toilet paper or hand sanitizer, so they weren't shut down by the government for doing it. Oh goodness. Bad rolls on that. Every now and again you'll find rare games. You wanna know about a rare game? Did you know that Pokemon games on eBay are listed for a ridiculously high price compared to every other one? If you looked up DS games on like eBay or something, you would probably find a lot of them like 10-20 bucks. But if you look for Pokemon games, oh baby, those aren't dropping any price. So if you have a physical copy of those older games, you're good. That's how timeless Pokemon is. Is even when the hardware's done its run, and it's like you can't even play these games unless you have the dedicated console for it still working. These games still go for large money. $200 to get Fire Leaf Green and Ruby Sapphire Emerald combined. See, that's a lot of money considering how old they are. It's true. Nintendo also does this thing where they don't ever put things on sale, which is incredibly confusing. Like, chat, you know ARMS? That amazing game? You know, y'all know, you know ARMS. The greatest game that never was. That game is full price still. That game came out around the launch of the Switch. Nintendo tried to have a competitive scene for it. That didn't go anywhere. And then, all these years later, they bring Min Min to Smash. And they're like, oh, you should check out ARMS while Min Min's in the game. And they didn't put the price down. They're like, oh, check out ARMS. Here's Min Min. She's a character from it. It's like, oh, that's cool. Let me check out ARMS. It's a full price game on Switch that's like 2 years old. It's like, no. No, I don't think I will. Like, I don't understand. Because we all know that there are characters that get in Smash based entirely on their the marketability. An example being Corrin. Corrin is a character who got into Smash Bros. Because, well, why not, right? She didn't need to show up, but she did. Because Corrin came out for Smash 4 before Fire Emblem Fates came out in North America. And because it was just like, well, it's a good way to sell the game. So we know their marketing strategies for that. But then they do shit like this. Here's a character from a 2-year-old game. You should check it out. What do you mean you want a discount? What are you, stupid? No, you can pay the same price for this ARMS game that you paid for Smash Brothers. You can play it for 5 minutes, get bored, and then wonder why you spent $70. No. No, Nintendo. Put it on sale. That game isn't selling anymore. No one's gonna buy it. I don't think there's one person in the world who's gonna pick Min Min and be like, damn, I want to play the source material. Look at ARMS, see the price tag, and be like, I gotta do it. And then actually play their money's worth. I don't think you can play $70 worth of ARMS without feeling like you spent too much money. Maybe you don't want to hear that. Maybe you don't want to hear my opinion. But it is what it is. That is how I feel. Alright, time for this gauntlet of silly people. I regret my ARMS purchase. I'm sorry, my friend. I didn't buy it. Because I knew I would regret it. So I've had my fair share of regrettable purchases, don't get me wrong. But I'm glad I didn't buy ARMS. You know what actually wasn't a terrible game? 1-2 Switch. 1-2 Switch is kind of fun. It was kind of fun. It was actually kind of fun. And I enjoyed playing it with my friends when the Switch was new. However, that game is also full price. Don't buy that full price. Do not buy that game full price. Never buy a game like that full price. It's insane. I was more interested in ARMS and the lore is mysterious, but now it's lost any appeal. Some of the characters are neat. But, like, yeah. I don't know. But okay, well, Mario Kart 8 is still a phenomenal game that you can easily get your money's worth out of. It's one of the best-selling Switch titles. It might be one of the best-selling games of all time. I'm not sure about that, though. Meowzard. What about, like, a quarter of what they're asking? Yeah, 1-2 Switch is a good $15 game, I'd say. But $69.99, $79.99, depending where you live, I guess. God damn, no. No. Mario Kart 8 is why F-Zero is still dead. Isn't it just so bittersweet when you get Mario Kart DLC and it's just F-Zero stuff? So it's like Nintendo being like, hey, check this out. You guys remember this, right? No. We can't have a game for it. Here, take it anyway. No, it's fine. Here you go. You guys like Blue Falcon? You like Big Blue? You like Mute City? Here you go. We'll put it all in the game for you. What, you want Captain Falcon? You want F-Zero? No, 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 no. You don't get F-Zero or Captain Falcon. You get the Blue Falcon car. It's a pretty fun statistic that Captain Falcon has appeared in more Smash Brothers games than F-Zero games. Oof. That's the world we live in. Captain Falcon is now more of a Smash Bros character than a Nintendo than a F-Zero character. Ow. Ooh. Okay, I apologize for that screech. I don't know what caused that. Mario Kart 8 is great and all, but folks want MK9. When did Mario Kart 8 come out? Because Mario Kart 9, remember, every game has to have a gimmick. Mario Kart 7 was the 7 item. Mario Kart 8 was the 8 item, which is the 7 item with one more item in. Like, I don't think there's any gimmick you can do with Mario Kart 9, so I don't think it'd be that. There's also Mario Kart World Tour, which is currently a mobile game, which I'm not interested in, and the augmented reality. So I don't know if we're gonna get a new Mario Kart for quite a while. Zero gravity. Yeah, and the 8 looks like a Mobius strip, because you're driving over all the loopy crazy shit. I know MK8 also had. Yeah, I know. I'm just being a shitter about the item, because Mario Kart 7 was like one of my favorite games. I played that a lot with friends. I would have played Mario Kart DS, but I didn't know anyone who had it. But by the time Mario Kart 7 was out on 3DS and whatnot, I did know people who had it. It was fun, very fun game. Mario Kart worked well as a. Mario Kart was a series that worked well on handheld and home console, in my opinion. That said, I don't know about GBA and stuff, because it was hard to connect with GBA. DS was probably better, but I didn't get any real experience with it. But as I said, I had a lot of fun with Mario Kart 7. The only thing that sucked about Mario Kart DS is that you could do wireless download play, and your friends would turn to Shy Guys, which is great. Unfortunately, it locked every track in the game except for the first Mushroom Cup and the first Retro Cup, so you could only play 8 courses. So that kind of sucked. But there wasn't a restriction like that in Mario Kart 7. There is a Mario Kart mobile game, yeah. I don't know anything about it, though. It seems like it's not that great. Yeah, I joined mine to play Mario Kart. It should start 11 a.m. my time. No joke, chat. I cannot remember the last time that I woke up at 11 o'clock. Anytime. You start at 3 my time. What? You didn't tell me. You told me it was going to be 11, so I just slept in. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Anytime I've woken up before 11 o'clock, it was because I went grocery shopping. And then when I get home, I eat food. I stay up for about maybe an hour or 2, and then I take a nap. And then I wake up at 4 again. And I'm like, alright, good, time to stream. That's gotcha, and it launched a single player while pretending to be multiplayer. Oh, I remember that. That whole ghost fiasco, right? We changed the time for you and your brother. No one told me! Like, literally no one told me. I haven't played Mario Kart in a long time, man. I should, though. The revolutionary 8th item for the 8 is a single coin. Coins give you extra speed if you collect them, just so you know. It's just a shit item if... It's a shit item if you have full coins. But, you know, it ain't the worst. Alright. Yeah, the only mobile game I play is Azurlane. That's it. And it's barely even playing. It's It's mostly just something I can have that doesn't require high effort. I used to play Granblue, but Granblue is a game that I've fallen super far behind in, and I just don't have the means to catch up, nor the attention span, because it requires a lot of actual paying attention. Chat, I'm a busy man nowadays. I'm a busy man. I eat, I sleep, I stream, and now I work on videos. And my God, would it be fantastic to put one of those videos up? It really would. But I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting. Chairzard. Oh. Oh God. Poison gas? Well, that was foolish. I got a crit, so the disable. Oh, wait, Ember. Oh, I thought disable's random? Okay. 2 crits? That's bad! That's legitimately bad. Pretty sure it would have died without those crits. Chairzard. Okay. Chairzard and Chairzard. Chairzard probably composes some really shitty music. Gotcha, Azure Lane's very generous in its rates, at least. Yeah, but it's still an asshole to me. When events run in Azure Lane, they have, you can do a point exchange for one of the units, but the unit's also in the gacha pool, but not rate up. I have pulled the non-rate up SR more times in the last couple events than I've pulled the on-banner ones, and it's beyond infuriating, because I just want 1 copy. Oh, I didn't have to battle him at all. Nice. Yes, I did. Fuck her. Why was she looking that way? What? Wait a minute, chat. Isn't she supposed to look to the left? Why is she looking to the what? Is it because I'm not supposed to come this way? King George? No, I'm not even talking about King George. I'm talking about Hermione. Hermione was the last event, and I pulled her twice while trying to get Howie, and I was like, what? How? E. Man, I even looked up Howie's construction time, and it was 4 hours and 50 minutes, and then I pulled it, I was like, oh, that's it, I got her. And then it was Prince of Wales. I was like, fuck off. 3 King Georges after using points to get her. I'm sorry, my friend. I've been playing since the game came out in English, so I have not had to do any event reruns. Thrash. My perception of the FE Gacha are more of a swimsuit catalog. Well, it does do that. The last event was Bismarck. No, the one before that. The one with the 2-year. Because the Bismarck event was a rerun that happened immediately after the other event with Hermione. The Bismarck event put in another destroyer and another sub. And now we're currently with on the Hunter and Hardy event. By the way, I love Hunter. I absolutely love Hunter. And I blame Bloodborne for that. It's got the Hunter's cap and everything. I fucking love that. I love that aesthetic. And I blame Bloodborne for that, 100%. Arknights? I tried Arknights. Couldn't get into it. Also, I hate all the advertising for it. I despise the advertising. No, my top 3 favorite ships are Nagato, Kaga, and Bataan. Those 3. And there are a lot of ships to choose from. A lot. Seen the AL ads on YouTube? I've seen a few of them, but not since. They used to be very inaccurate to what the game actually was, which was really weird. Like, really weird. I don't know why they did that. I love Lavender Town. So many ships are unloved. It's true. Enterprise is the face of it, and Kaga and Akagi are, like, right there behind her. I like Kaga way more than Akagi. How lucky you guys gonna be to pull one of the foxes on the 5th run. 5th run? Let me tell you something, brother. I dropped 3 Akagis before I dropped 1 Kaga. 3. It took me over a week to drop Izumu from 7-2. I hated that one. I can't believe I got Chokai. Currently, the only ship drops I'm missing are the ones Hiro and Jiru from 12-2 and 12-3, Dewey from 13-3, and then Bunker Hill from 13-4. But I cannot even beat 13-1, so I'm a little ways off from that. Anyway, this is Lavender Town, the scary town. Did you just float? Walk back towards me. Chad, I'm not crazy, right? She floated, right? You saw that, right? Do you believe in ghosts? No. I guess not. That white hand on your shoulder, it's not real. No. No, it's not. No, it's not. Sure isn't. Nope. I'm not entirely sure what they were going for with the music in this town, but they made it scarier than it needed to be. And I know that's a meme. It's just a meme. Oh, Lavender Town's not scary. It just has like 17,000 different creepypastas to it. But I think the music is very somber to a point where it is a little bit unnerving. I like the theme, yeah. I do like the theme. Chairzard. Got a Kage in my 5th run. I got a second Kage. It still took a month, 3 months for Kage. Well, let me tell you something. Kaga and Akagi are like the only SR ships that are worth dropping. But if you're trying to get a full collection, you're gonna be busy. Yudachi used to be really good from 6-4, but Yukikaze like completely took her role and does it way better and has better skills. But if you need something, Yudachi is there, I suppose. But yeah, Yudachi, Maya, Chokai, the drop rates are ass. Same with even the non-SR ships that you need to get. God, those weren't fun to get at all. That was some intense grinding. Thank God they implemented the feature. They implemented a feature where the more times you do a map, the higher your defense is by default. So it makes grinding them easier. That used to not be a thing. God, that made grinding terrible. Bite special and it's not resisted, so it'll actually be good against this Onyx. Wish I had Surf. I don't think it's scary, just sad. Yeah. I see it more like somber and melancholic. Chairzard. Wow, that's a good name for this one. More somber and melancholic, but with an air of incredible uneasiness. Chairzard, right next to Lavender Town. I'd just like to remind you that I don't have to go to the Rock Tunnel. I'm just gonna battle the trainers that are in close proximity to the area. Free stuff. Yeah. But yeah, Azure Lane is very simple, easy to get into. Doesn't require much effort, honestly. It's enjoyable. At least I enjoy it. I enjoy it enough to keep playing it. Nice. It also doesn't eat your time. Like, imagine if I played Fate. Holy shit. My friend told me, when he used to play Fate, that in order to, like, fully level up characters, you had to do special events that only show up yearly. And that's just like, no. Why would anyone do that? That's a lie? You can get all the items normally. What? What you mean? Personally, I just don't like how the game is 2 years behind the Japanese version. But you for your bachelor's items, that's about it. Well, I don't play the game, so I can't confirm nor deny. I blew up. I'm dead. What kind of a technique is that? You call dynamite a martial art? Hey, as long as it works. Oh, this ain't good. I'll poison it. Or I won't. Oh, it's gonna keep screeching. Okay, never mind. Favorite normal ship? You mean common ship? Alba reminds me of Aya. And there's a pretty obvious reason for that. Think about that. The commons, the gray ones. I'm thinking. Honestly, it might be Pensacola. It might be Pensacola. Or Oklahoma. Mutsuki and Kisaragi are common, yes. It's just they're locked behind the light construction pool. Same with the Uzuki, I think it is. The other one. The one that's not talked about. Just doesn't have a stupid face. Pensacola. I ended up looking up things related to Pensacola, like the actual ship. And it's got quite a bit of achievement behind its name. Despite being a common ship. I learned that Pensacola and Enterprise both share a nickname. They share the same nickname. The Grey Ghost. So that was neat. But there were a few things in there. I was like, why is Pensacola a common ship? Where am I going? Why am I in here? This wasn't a good idea. I thought there was a trainer I could beat up right here. I mean, I can see the walls. There it is. I came this far for Chairzard. I'm just gonna beat her up and leave. Just to say I did something in Rock Tunnel. Zardish. That's good. A good 15 minutes. Of course, whenever gacha games come up, someone always gets left out. Common ones, I gotta go with Leander. Good choice. Leander's actually one of the more usable commons anyway, after a retrofit. This is one of the best budget cruisers you can get. Her sister ships, though, I forget their names. All three of them retrofit, though. But, like, Leander's really good for budget. And, the blue-haired one, I can't remember her name. She retrofits to Elite, and she's actually not terrible either. But then the middle one's kind of like an awkward in-between. It's not great, but not bad either. Alright, here we go. I could go in the tower. There are trainers down here now, right? There are a couple fishermen, I think. Maybe I can get the super rod. Ajax and Achilles. Yes, that's them. Ajax is the one who... Ajax is the better of the two. And Achilles is just kind of like an awkward middle. I've collected bottle caps. Actually, it's mostly just me forgetting to throw them out. So I have many bottle caps on my desk. MVP is all about damage, that's all. So, if Alba's the one who's getting the most hits in early on, since she's doing the most damage to the regular enemies, Dragon Rage, why not? I'm not using Tackle anyway. Taking out a bunch of Mook ships before the barrage is ready to launch. Or Laffy's shot, because Laffy's a destroyer, right? So destroyers aren't really that strong outside their missiles. So if you're not actively using your missiles, or they miss, or only hit like a wave of the first enemies, and then she has to recharge on her weak guns, even her barrages aren't that strong. That's how cruisers work. Heavy cruisers used to suck because they had no evasion. But if you want to actually make them usable, you gotta get them up to level 120. That's painful. Look at all this fun. Hold on, chat, I gotta crank my window open. It's getting hot in here. It's kind of poopy outside. I'm back. So last night, I was awake and it was 3 a.m. Big surprise. And I looked outside because I could hear rain, and sure enough, it was raining. And I don't want the rain to blow in through my screen, because then it gets the windowsill and the floor wet, and that's not a good thing. But I looked outside, and the sky was very orange. Like very, very orange. And it was 3 a.m., so I don't know how the sky could be that orange. The sun wasn't coming out. It's fucking 3 a.m. It was kind of like the kind of skyline you'd see during the apocalypse, you know, that kind of skyline. And I was just like, well, this doesn't look suspicious at all, or sinister, or anything like that. The fishing fool versus the Chairzard kid. I don't know, it was really weird. Just light pollution? I don't know, I've never seen it like that before. Because it was obviously very cloudy because it was raining so bad, but goodness, the sky was orange. I've seen it that color before, around like 7, 8 p.m., but never 3 in the morning. There's very little in the way of lights. Because I don't live in a big city. Like, there's just a bunch of dim street lights, right? That's a usual thing in California. Oh, because of fires? Oh, I hope it wasn't a fire. But I feel like I would have heard about it at this point, if it was one. Especially if it would be this close, right? That I could see it like that. Weird. Very weird. I'd rather be working. Well, the sky should be dark, but cloudy and then orange. Orange clouds. Very weird. Very, very weird. Banana. The reason I haven't used Mew yet is because Mew is just gonna get me through all the... Mew is gonna get me through the Lavender Tower. Now, I could buy a polka doll and skip all that, but that's kind of boring. Yo, you want to wake up? Bruh. I'm still asleep? That was like 5 turns. Oh, crit my ass. Cheap ass little bastard. Hey, taste Pikachu. Can't believe my Nidoking just died to a Poliwag. Chairzard. Ugh. Here we go, withdrawal. Yep. Gen 1 sleep is so cool. Yep. Same with Gen 2. And Gen 5. Gen 5 sleep mechanics are a bitch. I hate this fisherman. Not another one. Sardine! You know what this reminds me of? Chat, have you ever had anchovies before? It's like a pizza topping, right? How is it? I ask because usually when it comes to pizza toppings, if you say the word pineapple, people look at you like you've just, like, insulted their firstborn. But to me, the idea of putting little fish on your pizza is way worse than a pineapple. Nobody cares about that though. Pineapple's the weird one. Putting little fish? Nah, that's K. That's K. It's all good. I actually don't like pineapple, but I don't mind it on pizza. I think it's perfectly okay there. Like it's just fine. I don't know, it's weird. Like pineapple on its own, I'm not really fond of. But if I take into a bite of pizza and it's on there, I just think, yeah, that was pretty good. That said, I don't like peppers. But again, I can kind of just pretend those aren't there. But I hate green peppers. I hate green and red peppers. I like spicy stuff, but I hate peppers. I hate the texture and the taste, so I have to get my spicy from other things. That said, it seems like McDonald's is doing some kind of promo, something like that. With like a ghost pepper burger. That looks kind of cool. You better with alcohol or spices? It's a good question. The hottest thing I've ever had was a friend of mine made spicy chicken. I forget what exactly it was, but it was goddamn delicious. It was absolutely delicious, and it was really spicy, like to a point where it made me sweat. And my mom once made some curry, but she usually uses mild curry paste, but she couldn't get any. So she got the hotter one. And you could tell it was hotter because the noodles went from yellow to orange. And it was really good. And I ate it so fast that it hurt my throat to a point where I had trouble breathing for a little bit. Like it hurt to breathe. Because I ate it way too fast because it was really good, but it was quite spicy. Wait, what makes this guy move? I thought beating Giovanni makes him move. More cheese, the better. I can agree to that. I like Meat Lover's Pizza. Meat Lover's Pizza is my favorite. Clearing the Pokemon Tower makes him move. I guess that makes sense, because at that point you're supposed to have the Silph Scope, but since you can cheese it with the Poké Doll, you don't actually need it. Everyone's healthy. I guess I'll just move on. Let me just make sure I have enough room in here to pick up the items that are coming up. I don't know how much inventory space you get. vegetable pizza. Can't say I've ever had it, but I dislike a lot of vegetables that would go as toppings. Have you ever used hot sauce on your pizza sauce? No, but I've had Alfredo sauce. And to be honest, it didn't really taste like anything, so I was a little let down. Hot sauce sounds good. But no, I can't say I've ever had that. Get rid of this. I really don't need this. What is a single? And I don't need the SS ticket for a while, so I'll just put that away. I really like spicy, even if I don't handle it the best. I handle it better than others, but not amazingly. I would say I handle it better than alcohol, though, because, well, you've seen what happens if I have a single goddamn drink of alcohol. It's not a good thing. I'm guarding this poster. Go away or else. I thought he was an innocent bystander. No, wait, that's the dig guy. You know, the poster would be less suspicious if he wasn't guarding it. Just saying. Speaking of spicy things, there were these chips. Oh, they're still around. The roulette Doritos. You remember those? I like those. And in hindsight, they weren't the most spicy thing in the world, but they could hit you every now and again. So, what me and my friends would do was we would buy a couple bags and we'd play Mario Kart. Our hideout might be discovered, I better tell boss. We'd play Mario Kart, and depending on your placement in the race was how many chips you had to eat. So you got first, you ate 1 chip. You got last, you ate 12 of those things. And we made it a rule that you only got 1 glass of milk per Grand Prix. So that was fun, and there are hotter chips out there. There are chips that are like, they're supposed to be spicy, like ghost pepper. That sounds like fun. That would motivate a man to never lose, I think. Ranch dip hot wings, Jack. That's such a specific flavor. I don't think I've ever had it though. Oh yes. It's all coming together. Bean Boozle is kind of fun for that too. Unfortunately, 1 box of Bean Boozle is like $8 to $10. It's insane. And it's just like, oh, here's a jelly bean. It either tastes like vomit or something else. And it's like, which one did you get? Well, it was vomit. Who would have thought? Escape rope? Eh. A bunch of chips always do this thing where they're like, here's a bunch of random ass new flavors that get scarily close to what they're supposed to be. Don't you find that weird? Like when you see a chip flavor that it's such a specific thing and you think there's no way they can make a chip taste like this, and they actually kind of do. But it's really off-putting when it does taste like that because it's supposed to be a chip. Lay's keeps doing that. Like, when I had poutine flavored chips, I was like, there's no way you can make this taste like poutine. And I ate it, and it kind of tasted like poutine. And I don't even know how to describe it because it wasn't anything like poutine. But its aftertaste was a little bit like poutine. I'm like, how do you create this? This can't be ethical. Cucumber potato chips taste exactly like cucumbers. See, it's weird because you think there's no way it actually tastes like that, but then it does, and I don't know how they do it, and it kind of freaks me out. Oh, Zard Chop. There's so many brands that do that. They're just like, here's a random flavor. It's like, alright, how's it taste? Uncanny. Oh, that's not gonna kill. Oh, that's a double O roll. Liquid poutine concentrate. I swear, I don't think those chips exist anymore, but you gotta believe me. It was kind of nasty, because when I think of a poutine, it's fries, gravy, and cheese curds, right? And condensing the taste of that into a salty, crunchy chip? It's like, that's not correct. That shouldn't be a thing. You shouldn't even be able to do that. But they did. And that's what worries me. What are they gonna think of next? I'm not ready for it. I don't really want to bother with the coin case, because I'm not gonna buy anything. I could get an Abra, but I already have one, so yeah. And I'm not getting Chairzard. Although, unless an NPC has a Porygon in this game, I don't think I'm gonna be able to see it. Of course, I will be getting the decks completed at the end to see what's in that secret building. Secrets. But aside from that, yeah, no rush. Pikachu needs to get level 33 before I can evolve it. I just remembered. That was the plan. Stick with the plan. Uncanny Valley scares me. I never quite understood what Uncanny Valley meant, and then I watched a Vsauce video. And now I'm basically an expert on the subject. I'm playing. But, no, I understand what it is. It's that area between realism and... what's the word here? Something looking really real, but, like, not real. But they're in that in-between where it's a little bit too real, but not real enough to a point where it's just unnerving. That kind of thing. This guy has 5 coughings. Chairzard. Yeah, you gotta get a lot of money for Chairzard. You're going for a full dex run. Well, you can do that. I'm gonna cheat, because I'm a cheater. Unless cheating doesn't work, and it doesn't activate it, in which case I'll just walk through walls and go through the building. I hate to do it to the poor dev who put all the work into this, but I don't have the attention span to do that, and I know that some people are gonna be curious about it. Uncanny Valley is when something is quite real, but there's something off. Basically, yeah. Cheating only sort of works. What? I thought the cheat to fill in the Pokedex would just fill in the Pokedex. Really cheat? Well, no. I say cheat, but there's a building in Viridian that requires me to, like, quite literally complete the Pokedex in order to go into it. That's 186 Pokemon. I don't want to do that. That's a hell of a hassle. Absolute hassle. So I'd rather not go through all of that just for whatever's in there. Tried the Pokedex filling cheat. It only filled in the first 100. Oh, really? It should have at least be 151, yeah. I'm not caught up. The last chapter I read of Cheating Detective Satori was the first part of the second case. I'm sure whatever that evil spirit is will be important sooner rather than later. Wait, submission? Oh, fuck yeah. Doesn't submission suck? I don't can miss. Eh, fuck it. Suplex. Perfect time. The mission has recoil, but it's next to cross chop. It's like the strongest move. Might be a big thing, but it's probably trolling. Well, to be fair, I thought the fortune teller was gonna be a big thing, and then, well. I'll leave it at that. I'll leave that thought unfinished. Probably have a cheat code that's code. All names would change, so I'm not surprised. Let me see. Yeah, Mew is all the way at the end. Okay, so I guess I'll just have to walk through walls into the door. Or something. The evil spirit could be a cute Tuhu. Well, at least my man's got hope. It could be a cute spirit. Or it could be Fortune Teller the Second. What if it was just the actual Fortune Teller, chat? Oh, that'd be sick. That'd be kind of sick if he came back like that. It's like, kill me, will you, Reimu? Well. It's Mima? Holy shit, could you imagine? There's no way, though. There's no way. I swear, every time I hit a move, it does half, and I do it again, and it doesn't do nearly as much as what it did last time. If he comes back, guaranteed he makes us first in the popularity polls. That character is a meme. A meme and a half. I got a low roll again. Give me a crit. It's the good. That's the good shit. Delicious. Why, yes, that is a free item. How did you know? I sure wish I knew where I was going. Sadly, I am quite lost. I am on the bottom floor. Is the bottom floor where I'm supposed to go? Oh god, I remember this. So chat, let me tell you a story. In Blue Kaizo, here, you want to know what the dev did to this room and the room above it? He made them all invisible. All the tiles are invisible in Blue Kaizo. You cannot see anything. That's the level of scum we're playing with. Stop meddling in Team Rocket's affairs. So you would just be walking and then you start spinning. So unless you knew, like, you could very easily solve it if you had a map open. But like, I didn't. I processed it. I trial and errored it. Unfortunately, no record of Blue Kaizo exists, so you'll have to just trust me on that one. I have a feeling that whatever I want the evil spirit to be like a big character, a big reveal. Like either a callback to an old character or like a new character. Because it would really suck if all this build-up is just like, oh, we got her, and it's just a punk-ass spirit that's kind of angry, I guess. All right, Reimu shows up and just goes, and then there we go, problem solved. Let's all drink. Like, if you're gonna build up a character this much, the reveal has to pay off. It has to, and I don't know if it will. That's what worries me. Whatever the spirit is, it was capable of possessing Patchouli and Mailing, so it's obviously got some strength to it. It's not a pushover. It's also quite smart and knows how to evade capture. So you gotta wonder who this is. The elevator doesn't work. Who has the lift key? Me! The Divine Spirit mid-boss from stage 1 until 13. Alright. Take that aluminum foil off your head for a second. You know what's crazy is sometimes we say stupid shit. It's like, it's this. And it's like, it's no way it's that. And then somehow it's that. It's like, how could you even predict that? That's the kind of thing that makes me think that time travelers exist. When they say something that's so blatantly like, oh, that can't be real, and then it's actually real. It's like, you know something. You know something and you're not sharing. No! I like this guy. Yeah, you can do that. There's no reason to do that, but you can. EM2, that's not what I want. Yeah, flomp at the hands to mailing. She rised up, she's gone against us. No, Flandre, stop, she's possessed, she's not actually evil. And Flandre is disappointed. It's like, oh, that's lame. Flandre is quite a character. Alright, that's most of the rocket hideout taken out. I just have to... I'm gonna go back and heal, come back, do the slippity slide. Use the lift key. All the good shit. Get some of that good shit. Flan saying I knew she would eventually betray us is interesting though. Like, where'd you find her if they don't trust her? I don't know. I don't know. Flandre... Mailing's probably been in their employment for a long time. So maybe that's just I think it was just Flandre looking for something entertaining to do. Because again, she's a prisoner of her own volition, right? She stays cooped up in the basement because she wants to. I wonder which other characters we're going to get more screen time for, who have been long since forgotten. Pretty sure, didn't Alice come back in the latest chapters? Chen and Ron. Oh, they came back, really? Chen and Ron don't get to do anything, ever. Because their nature as Shikigamis. Hella unfortunate is what it is. Oh, here we go. Alright, chat. Buckle up. Oh, they did show up. Oh, nice. Chen's not a complete moron. I wouldn't say Chen's stupid. She's just inexperienced. The thing is, the only thing about Chen we get is from 207. And after that, Chen and Ron are pretty much delegated to Yukari's attacks and nothing else. Which is a damn shame, because those characters just don't get explored as a result. Even Yukari. That's Hornbill, by the way. We now have Hornbill. Oh, here I go, fucking shit up. Looks good so far. Good. Is there an item over there? I don't care. I don't care if there is. I don't wanna do that again. Let me just wait, look. Where'd the stairs go? Oh, great. Why did you come here? I actually don't know. This guy asks the best question in the entire game. Why am I even here? Still not gonna training from Ron, but I like this character a lot. Well, the thing is, Ron and Chen don't really... I don't know really much about Chen, but Ron doesn't do a lot of her own free will and pretty much strictly follows whatever Yukari tells her to do without, like, any real... It's interesting. Chen's new look. You know what? I saw a bunch of people drawing Chen in a new outfit. I guess now I understand where it came from. I should probably catch up on that. I might have to do that come the weekend or something. But yeah, Ron is not a character who gets to really be her own character because of the nature of her character. Which blows. Definitely blows. But that's what the fandom's for, I suppose. Same with Chen. Same with Chen. I think Yukari's teaching her the ways of the Yakumo. I don't know. I don't know what Chen and Yukari's relationship is. Because Chen is Chen is Ron Shikigami, and then Ron is Yukari Shikigami. But like, how does that work for Chen and Yukari? That's the part I don't get. Because Chen doesn't have the Yakumo name, right? She's just Chen. So she's employed by a Yakumo, technically, because Ron is a Yakumo. But Chen herself is not a Yakumo. Yukari uses Chen in the fighting games. That's true, yeah. Chen and Ron are used in the fighting games. But I'm pretty sure in Touhou 7... In Touhou 7, I'm pretty sure that Yukari's shot is only Ron. And Ron doesn't... There's like no... Chen's not involved. So I'm not sure. Yukari plays with Chen in one of Victory animations too. Yeah, that's one of the recent ones. That one's cute. But they don't really have any dialogue. There are characters in Touhou that have existed for a long time that have never actually talked in any official capacity. Which is crazy when you think about it. And I'm talking like prominent characters. Like I mentioned yesterday that Sanai and Yukari have never like officially talked. Even when Sanai was a judge at the fireworks festival, she was no longer like there when Yukari started judging herself. So, like those two have never interacted in any capacity, and they're pretty big names. Now that I think about it, I don't know if Aya has ever talked to Yukari either. Even with all the articles that she's written, I don't know if any of them involving Yukari has ever shown up. Pretty sure she's mentioned her in passing as the Gap Yokai, but I don't know if they've ever actually interacted. But I guess that's just Yukari avoiding her because she knows what Aya's like. Well, and Shoot the Bullet they meet. That's true. That's true. Shoot the Bullet and Double Spoiler kind of throw that all to the air. Did Yukari have any big interaction with even one of the Moria Shrine? I don't think so, no. The only one I could imagine her actually interacting with was Kaneko, with moving against Sokyo. Oh, I'm on the wrong floor. But that's Phantom. That's Phantom, that's not confirmed. They also both help Rainbow in 1211. Yeah, but I don't know if they all help at the same time, right? That's another weird part about that one. Are you lost? No, I know where I'm going. Yeah, in Fantasy Kaleidoscope they use Yukari. They meet in 10.5. Hold on. Oh, yeah, you're right. Right, yeah, 10.5. I forgot that Aya was a playable character in that game. Holy shit, I was like, what is 10.5? No, that's Scarlet Weather Rhapsody. And yeah, Aya and Yukari are in that game. Did they meet, though? Did they? Did they... Well, I guess... Did they fight in their stories? Because I'm pretty sure the way that game works is you always fight Iku into Tenshi. And that's like always the last two. But then the one... I don't know if you fight every character prior to that. So that seems like it was correct. But that makes sense. I don't think there's a single character that Aya hasn't really interacted with that's of importance. They have versus dialogue. Well, I don't know if I'd count versus dialogue as officially meeting though, right? It has to be part of the main story. Otherwise, you could say that Sanai versus Yukari in 12.3 would be a quote-unquote meeting, but that one would be that would be that'd be a hard sell, I think. I think it's dependent on if they have story scenarios where they meet, not that if you just play them against each other. Because there are fighting games when you can play as Link as an adult and Link 7 years before that, and then they fight. And I wouldn't call that one canon. I have mostly no interaction with most bigger groups, be it Byakunins, Mikos, or later characters. You're right, actually. You're right. But Sanai is like Sanaya's is one of the main characters now, for the most part, so it's interesting that she's never interacted with her either. Although I guess Yukari and Marissa haven't really interacted too much as well. Yukari is a very big, prominent character, but the amount of characters she really hangs around with or speaks to is rather limited. Which I guess makes sense, because she's kind of a ridiculous character, and really powerful, and probably hard to write for. Yeah, the best thing I can say if you're trying to play Touhou is if you're new to it, you're gonna have to play for a while to get used to how things work. It doesn't hurt to look up solutions if you're lost, because there's tons of different people who can help you with that. And don't think you're better than the bomb button, because 9 times out of 10 you're not, and you need to bomb. Use the resources you have. The internet has every spell card for like every shot type on every difficulty. So you should be able to find what you're looking for if you're really stuck. Yeah, I do as I say, not as I do, okay? Alright? I know where my issues lie. Sometimes I'm so confident I'm not gonna get hit that I don't bomb, and then I get hit. And sometimes I'm so confident I'm going to get hit, and I press bomb, and I'm perfectly safe. It is hard being me. It's a hard knock life. On a controller, my layout for an Xbox controller is A button shoot, X button's bomb, and... oh god, I forget what they are. RT, LB? LB is focus. Because I can always keep one hand on focus and not have it... like, if I had focus on R button, I would be playing a one-hand game, basically. But I like having equal amounts of buttons and command for each hand. So I have control stick and left bumper, and I have shoot and bomb. So it's a ratio of 2 to 2. Yes, it's weird, but it just feels comfortable that way. If I have everything mapped to one side, it feels very strange. On keyboard because I don't know the controller. Yeah, I can't help you there. I can't even register using more than 2 keys at a time. It's a fucking struggle. Like, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to have ring finger on shift, middle finger on Z, and what the fuck is the front one called? Pointer finger, sure, on X, but it feels awkward to me, because my pinky just hanging out by control, or under control, and I don't like it. Index, yes, thank you. Pointer finger, though, is better. It's a better name. Armelian is hurt. I'm gonna go get Water Gun for Gyarados when I go and heal, because I'm gonna end up fighting Charizards and whatnot. I know you ruined our plans at Mount Moon. And the shoulder buttons is a really good idea. Andrew has a really weird control scheme. He sets the shoulder button to pause for no reason, and I don't even know what his focus button is. But his control scheme, like, makes me retch. It's disgusting. Yeah, I'm gonna go get Water Gun for Gyarados, or Charizardos, because Kangaskhan and Rhyhorn, I can submission Kangaskhan, but Rhyhorn and stuff, I don't really have a good answer for. But if I get Water Gun, I'll be okay. It's the default. It is the default. I remember Andrew mentioned that before, but it's so weird. Like, he changes the pause button. That's the part I don't get. Like, it's very obvious what the pause button is on a controller, but his pause button is there. I don't know why he doesn't just change it. How am I missing this many times? Bro, what happened? What? Oh, there we go. And there's Sand Slash. Yomu is a... she's so difficult. I hate fighting Yomu. The part about Yomu that gives me the most trouble is her first cooldown, and she does it 3 different times in the game. Not a great thing for me. That's a crit. No peep. Beep. God. There we go. Alright, now to go heal and get water gun out of the PC. Burned again. I now have horn deal. Yes, good. For cooldown, 3 of them. Does it 3 times. I hate it. The stupid DNA splicing. Yolan's hard. She is really difficult. Like, I don't really have many problems in PCB until stage 4. But even then, I was doing pretty well on, against them. Like, when I did my run on Christian stream, I got to stage 5 without losing a life. I felt really good. I did a good number of their spell cards, too. But then Yomu showed up, and Yomu was just like, yeah, I'm gonna ruin everything. Because that's what Yomu does. She's difficult. She's very difficult. It's weird. Alright, let me see. First off, let's get rid of some of this junk. I need the lift key for the elevator. I don't know what this TM is. Let me see what these TMs are first. Well, I know what one of them is. That's Horn Drill, of course. Who can learn that? Oh, of course, Mewtwo, and... give me that. Give it a leer. Yeah! Thoughts on the 35th? Talked about it a bit earlier, but to summarize... there's some neat ideas. Oh, Razor Wind, that's a move. There's some neat ideas in it. Timed exclusives is fucking ridiculous. It's going to make scalpers buy in bulk and then, you know, do what they do best. Be human scum. But, I'm really excited for the triple pack because I really like Galaxy and I would very much appreciate a HDified Mario Galaxy. I don't need a Moonstone either. There we go. There we go. Hate the cooldown. Hate the cooldown. I'm in Celadon. I can get Tri-Attack and Rock Slide. Let me do that. Let me do that. Let me go get the additional TMs up here. I can come and buy a Thunderstone, whatever. Fumos and Mario games. Mario game's not out yet, but it will happen. Timed exclusive is basically an invitation for them to do that, because they know. They know. Fortunately, as hard as it is to get Fumos, like, legitimately, at the very least there is still a way to get them. But yeah, the scalping shit's nonsense, and you can't do anything about it. It's just such a scummy thing to do, really. So in Generation 1, she gives you Tri-Attack, Rock Slide, and some other move. I think it's Submission. Oh, Ice Beam. What the fuck? That's way better. Alright, thanks. 48. Rock Slide. And Fire Red and Leaf Green, she gives you, like, Reflect, Light Screen, and Safeguard. It's like, wow, thanks. Tri-Attack. Well, guess who can learn all of those? Also, Chad, I'd like to remind you that in Generation 1, Ice-type moves are not resisted by Fire types. So, Ice Beam is automatically a good move. Okay, Gyarados. God, I don't even need Water Gun anymore. I have Ice Beam and I can just get Surf. I could get Rock Slide too, so there's that. Let me go to Ember. Okay, there's that. Tri-Attack's really strong. Let's see if I can give that to anyone. But first, Rock Slide. Nidoking, Rock Slide. Nidoking's not a ground type, by the way. Poison Sting. I'm gonna get rid of Ember. That's a really powerful moveset. Not sure what I want to give Mew, though. Who can learn Tri-Attack? No one helpful. Okay. I do not have all the Fumos I want. I do not have my Satori. Let's get rid of Ember. Ember's just useless. There we go. Thank you. Now I have Rock Slide. I have moves that deal with fire types. That's the most important part. Having those will help. I guess while I'm here I can buy the Thunderstone. So I don't have to come all the way back up here. Not you, no, not you. You? One floor down, right? Floor 4, floor 4. I own Satori, Koishi, Kokoro, Remy, Cordindo, Remy, and 4 Flan. 4 Flans? You got 4 of a kind? You mad lad. I wanted a regular Remy. Wait, what? Sardol. Oh, right. It's Pokédoll. Ice Stone? What the f- Leaf Stone? Well, I know what a Leaf Stone is, but Ice Stone? Okay. I guess Glaceon's in the game. 4 of a kind. Very important. That must have been hard to get all 4 of them, though. I did want a regular Remy, but I really like the Cordindo version of Remy, so I had to go for it. Eevee has many evolutions. Very many. Okay, now I have my stuff. Oh, but they're prone to activating glitches. Ah! Well, I'm not gonna touch the buggy little bastard then. I'm talking to the wrong. Am I healed? Yes, I am. I don't even know where you get Suku plush. But that's a whole other can of worms that I don't think I'm ready to open. Okay, let's put the stuff away. Now I have Ice Beam, Rock Slide, and Tri-Attack. Tri-Attack's actually a really good move, but it's still not better than Body Slam. It's amazing that some Pokemon benefit from this physical special split, but then some Pokemon just don't. In fact, they're not even Pokemon until it, which really sucks. Okay, now we're going to Giovanni. Giovanni leaves with Rhyhorn, I believe. Rhyhorn's gonna be like ground fire, most likely. If he's rock fire, then ice is gonna be neutral. Oh shit, that's gonna be real weird. I guess I'll just keep Gyarados in. Let's do it. I don't know when the Fumos are even supposed to come in, but don't worry. I'll definitely make mention of it. I'll make mention of it when they show up, and other people are ordering them too, so they'll get them when they get them. However, shipping might be different from where I am to where you are. I'm in North America. Speaking of that, Persona 3 had 3 different versions of physical damage. And then in Persona 4, they just made it all one thing. So the game became very easy if you had a persona that reflected or nulled physical. So that you just couldn't be hurt by basic attacks ever. I must say, Drain Physical would be broken. I'm impressed you got here. Wait, that's all you had to say? Damn. Okay. I must say I'm impressed you got here. That's all he had to say, alright. I don't know what type you are. Rockfire? Okay, we're gonna find out. Rockfire. Woo! Spirit Horn. He's ground fire, okay. Next is Kanga. Chairzard. Okay, normal fire. Just a reminder, normal types cannot be paralyzed by Body Slam. However, I can freeze it with Ice Beam. This thing's level 29. Yes, Ice Beam is doing a fuckload of damage. Jesus. I'll be fine. I'm not dead. Everything is part fire, yeah. Everything. Everything has a secondary typing of fire. I see that you raised Chairzard with utmost care. Char, like you would never understand what I hope to achieve. I shall step aside this time. Hope we meet again. There we go. Now I can go to the tower. Look at all this progress we're getting. Regular Chairzard's firefighting. Yeah, I don't really get why. Interesting you should mention that. Every single character of the SDM has been re-released at this point, except for Mailing. I want my Satori. I want a classic Reimu. I have a Moko on the way now, so that's good. But I need a Suika. I need a Rumia. I need a Fuso, and I need a Nazarin. Poor Mailing. None of those exist. Really? Those don't exist? Really? That's unfortunate. They were incredibly rare. Okage and Tei. Racing sold out instantly. That was a pain in the ass. I need Cut to get Fly. Ah, shit. Okay, that's fine. I can just bully Koga. I can bully the shit out of him. Because all his Pokemon are gonna be... all his Pokemon are gonna be poison. Fire. So they'll immediately die to Dig. I just need to be able to go first. That's what Mew's for. Once I beat him, I can use Surf and I can start breaking progression to do whatever I want. I'll have to go get Cut eventually, though. Because I need to go to... I need Cut to get to Erica's gym. And to get Fly. Oh, Fly's not really a necessity. It is hella convenient. So yeah, I'm going to use Mew for the entirety of Silph-Co, because I have Dig, which is going to murder the Ghastlies and Haunters. No issue. I forgot you were in here. I legitimately forgot that this guy was in here. Well, alright. Hey Charlotte, what brings you here? Your Charizard don't look dead. I can at least make them faint. Let's go, pal. I can't believe he said that. Hello. I have Ice Beam. You're dead. What? Oh, you're normal fire. You're not a flying type. You used the potion after the fact. Fumo list 3, what's this? What the hell? Oh. Damn, this... Look how many versions of Reimu there's been. I didn't realize... Wow, I didn't... Inu Sakuya. That's adorable. I didn't realize. I thought there was like one of every one of them. But no, they're the ones I want don't exist yet. They even got Tan Cherno! And I got 5 Deca. Oh god. The Decas are huge. Absolutely huge. I didn't know there was a list. Holy shit. Alright, I've learned. Look at all those gaps. Yeah, I didn't know that. Oh boy, here we go. Done. Zard Mart. You have a what? Not by. Underground now. I really thought there were more, but there isn't. There's a surprisingly small amount of them in existence. Why do you have a Tangela? What? What is going on? Those big ones cost thousands of dollars though. Just saying. If you really want them, you better get ready. Oh, here we go. Here we go. What? It doesn't end! I just want spaghetti now. That's all. Good. Zardabra. Underground. Above ground. Now once more with feeling. This is a Mew. This is straight up a Mew. Gen 1 rap, baby. Nice hit. Mew wins. Damn! You broken. I might have mac and cheese. No, you know what? That's not a might. I will. Call it Q-Zard. I can't find the grown-up Marrow-Zard yet. I doubt there are any left. Well, I better get going. I've got a lot to accomplish, pal. Smell you later. You know, when you think about it, in this game, our rival is a really, really arrogant wiener, isn't he? It's like, wow, your Pokemon aren't dead. I can at least knock them out. It's like, bro, what? Then his Raticate's gone. He ditched his Raticate. Fuck that thing. And then he shows up at Self Color and it's like, I don't care about Team Rocket. I'm just here because I knew you'd show up. Like, damn, dude. Like, do you think about anything but yourself? Like, it's good he got flattened and humbled out. He's still a bit of an arrogant prick, but at least he's not as bad as he used to be. He was just blatantly ignoring everything around him and being a genuinely awful dude because he just wanted to beat me in a Pokemon battle. Yeah, tonight is mac and cheese. I celebrate tonight because the game works. The goddamn game works. Unbelievable. Charizard. Yep, this is what I expected to see. I'm gonna keep kicking his ass. So, yeah, I'm just gonna keep pressing dig. And Mew is gonna be the highest level. Yes. Mew feels like it's leveling up really fast, and I can't tell if that's because everything Mew presses dig on just dies, or what. Yeah, it's a damn good day. It's a damn good day. Days-long tech issues solved, and they were the easiest thing in the world to fix. But I'm a fucking idiot. But at the same time, it's not my fault. It's the goddamn Windows update resetting all my drivers. Why does Windows updates do that? Why do they reset all your changes? I don't understand. It's so stupid. It's like, alright, I set everything like this. Oh, Windows wants to update. Okay, you can update Windows, and then Windows just takes all that extra time to change everything you've already done. Like, oh, it's a cube bone. I found the speed up button. Just don't want to do that every 3 seconds. The only reason I updated them to begin with is because that runtime error said I needed to. It's like, alright. And then I updated it and it still didn't work. I was like, wow, alright, fuck you. Microsoft knows me. Well, to be fair, Microsoft does spy on me every chance it gets, so it probably knows more about me than I do. I don't want to fight any of these because they're just annoying. There will come a point, yes, where there have been points where I put off an update for so long that eventually my computer just shuts down and then it applies the update anyway. It's like, wow. I didn't want this. Why are you giving it to me? Windows owns me. It's 4 p.m. Time for my daily personalized ads. I'm gonna be real, my personalized ads suck. They keep telling me to buy a car. Huh? Or play Arknights. What? Or buy YouTube Premium so I no longer get interrupted by ads. Huh? What kind of advertisement is that? Yo, you should upgrade to YouTube Premium because then ads will no longer disrupt your video. You know, like this ad is doing. Right now. But if you buy our service, this won't happen. I have a better idea. I have a foolproof plan. YouTube Premium used to be, like, they're not even trying to hide it anymore. They're really not. An awakening. That's a scary item to find in a graveyard. Just saying. There are things in this world that are not meant to be fucked with. And the paranormal is one of them. When I bought my computer, it already had Windows 10 installed, so I didn't get a choice. It's a bit of a pain in the ass, but whatever. Make do with what we got. I know that Windows 7 is still good. It's no longer being supported, though. Ooh, by the end of the year. Pretty much any ad I get, if I get an ad that's 15 seconds long and doesn't let me skip it, I guarantee you I will never buy that product. Guarantee it. Advertisements tend to have a negative effect on me. Like, I'm kind of a spiteful bastard. Facebook ads for porn games. Yeah, that's great. Crows. A lot of crows. A murder, if you will. Holy shit, there's a lot of them. Chairzard. Excellent. It's a murder of crows. It's so weird just seeing them without leg. Oh yeah, Mew's gonna be a real high level at the end of this. Jeez. Jace, the waste! You shall join us. I miss the NPC who asks for blood. And then they changed it. Come on, man. It wasn't that creepy. You know, when I was a kid, I never quite understood what the idea was with these NPCs at all. I was like, why are they all whack? It's because they're possessed. What a nightmare. They're all possessed. See? I was possessed. I never really understood that. I was just like, what are these crazy people doing in here? Oh, you didn't want to battle. Zombies. Why is it, why? There's all different kinds of birds out there. And there was one real fucking annoying one on Monday. Chad, I smell McDonald's. I smell greasy fast food, and I mean, I'm not starving, but I could eat, you know? I've regained my senses. Good for you. I want to find a shiny, but those don't exist. They don't exist. Yeah, it's not their Pokemon, it's the ghost coming out of them and fighting. And then I'm basically an exorcist. I don't know how you've gone that long without a burger. Oh god. Whenever I see anything relating to a burger, I immediately get hungry for a burger. Oh. Yeah, shift the positions. Mew was level 22 at the start of this, so now Mew is the highest level on the team. Just because I can press dig. This is the last floor, I think. This is the lady that wants my blood. Yeah, that's not creepy at all. Don't worry about it. Fast food is something you should definitely have in moderation, but goddamn, I want some. Every now and again, I want some. I have a question because I don't know the answer. What happens if you fight one of these trainers without the self scope? Are they unbeatable, or do they still have the? Do they actually still have Gasoline Haunter? Because the way I see it, nothing changes. Sunstone. Okay. Because the way I see it, if I'm able to see the trainer's Pokemon, but not the wild Pokemon, then that's kind of stupid. Also, I'd like to point out that Generation 1 is the only generation where you need a special item to see ghost types. Everything else, you can see them perfectly fine. That's so weird. You can still fight them normally. Okay. Yeah, that's really strange that I can see them. It's like, whoa, it's a Ghastly. Whoa, it's a Haunter. And then I run into them and it's like, what's that? I don't know what that is. What do you mean you don't know what that is? Scope's a little bit goofy in that sense when you compare it to other generations. Which is like, if I run into a Ghastly in any generation that isn't Gen 1, I can see them. But in Generation 1, if I don't have special technology developed by Selfco, I can't see ghost types. Hair didn't fall out, it was an evil spirit. Okay. You're approaching me? Oh! Death comes to everyone. Okay, thanks. Wow, this is an interesting lady. Why do you have Eradicate? Is that Gary's Eradicate? How do you even have that? What the fuck? That's a rock type, not a flying type. No matter. Well, remember, these Pokemon are spirits, right? So it's the spirit of Eradicate and the spirit of an Aerodactyl. But now is not your time. You will cause more damage still. What? No, not yet. Return once you have learned the truth of this world. What the what? That was the last trainer. I probably didn't have the sixth sense necessary despite it being common. But Giovanni stole it, so he could see the ghost too, right? Giovanni was planning to use it for something. So everybody in Pokemon has an innate sixth sense that lets them see ghosts, except my character and Giovanni. How weird. There we go. Okay, and now a wild Pokemon you cannot catch. Be gone, intruders. You know, I didn't even consider that. I didn't even consider that the ghost would be a Chairzard too. But they went above and beyond with this one. Silscope unveiled the ghost's identity. Chairzard. For as big a deal as Marowak is, and the fact that you can't catch it, and you have to level up a Cubone, not a very good Pokemon. It does have 2 exclusive Ground-type moves, though, in Bonemerang and Bone Club. It's dead. The ghost was the restless soul of Chairzard's mother. The mother's soul was calmed and departed to the afterlife. Good. I beat it and took resting. This reminds me of the time I found that 2% Layla, and then didn't use her. What do you want? Why are you here? Well, Marowak in Gen 2 gets an item called the Thick Club, which is effectively a Swords Dance boost on turn 1. Turn 0. I thought it struggled with speed, though. Like, I know it was strong, but I thought its biggest issue was that it wasn't fast enough to utilize it against a lot of things. Zoo! You're probably poison type, so I'm gonna use Dig. In Gen 1, it's just has bad stats. Unfortunate. It's a cool Pokemon. Somewhat again. Impressive. As far as exclusive items to Pokemon goes, I think Chansey might have the worst one. Who decided that Chansey needed an item to increase its critical hit ratio? What is even the point of that? Metronome. Oh, that sounds like fun. But this moveset is so fire. No. Abandon. No, because it's fun. I'm gonna give it a Thunder Wave, because I'm not using it on Mew anyway. And I can just reteach it if things come to. Yeah, I still have the TM for Thunder Wave. But now I can have some fun with that. Yeah, it's just, it's not a very good item. Like, it's not a bad item, but the fact that it only works for, Chansey of all Pokemon is just like, why? Chansey's primary method of attacking is Seismic Toss. Alright. Alright, chat, I'm gonna press Metronome on the last Pokemon. Place your bets on what it is. See if you can guess the Metronome item, or move. Ready? Here it comes, the first one. Place your bets now. I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, that was unexpected. No one was gonna guess Flash Cannon because no one knew that was in this game. That's illegal. Thank you, Griff, for the bits. You bet it all on black. Well, let's play again, chat. I didn't cheat. I didn't know Flash Cannon was gonna show up. Constrict. All the good stuff. Yes. Ooh, got that speed drop. I'm confused. Alright, do it again. Give me flail. Not bad. Don't be metronome. Okay. Gimme karate chop. Karate chop. Sing! Close enough. Come on, karate chop. Sonic boom. Close enough. That's basically a karate chop. Please, no more. Chairzard are only good for making money. Stay out of your... You know what? I'm pretty sure I just talked to a Game Freak executive right there. Chairzard is only good for making money. He ain't wrong. I did not expect to use Flash Cannon either, you know. Alrighty. He's got 4 Pokemon. You ready for that metronome? Place your bets, chat. Place your bets. Guess the move and win a prize. There is no prize to be won. I am gonna bet on... Give me Leech Life. Give me Leech Life. Acid Armor? Oh yeah, that's a move. Oh yeah, in this game if you use Minimize or Acid Armor, you turn into an itty bitty. Like really small. Arden. Oh, you cannot beat this defense. I am the gone. Agility. Now I'm too fast. Bro, I'm setting up. Hypnosis? Alright, almost. Really got through my defense. Last one. Headbutt. Power. Yeah, there we go. The setup metronome. You're not getting away with this. Bye. You came to save me? Thank you, but I came here of my own free will. I came to calm the soul of the Charizard's mother. I think Charizard's spirit has gone to the afterlife. I must thank you for your kind concern. Follow me to my home, Charizard house at the foot of this tower. Scary town. Mr. Fuji. Charlin, your Zardex quest may fail without love for your Charizard. I think this may help your quest. You must make room for this. Oh, bastard. No, Mew was just setting up. It got a +3 defense, +2 speed. It tried to put him to sleep, and then it was ready to go for the kill. It was the long game. I don't even know what I picked up in there. I don't need a lift key anymore. I don't need the self scope anymore either because I'm not going back in there ever. I don't need that. I don't really need that either. Or any of those. Gen 1 bag is so bad. Does Fuji heal my Pogi? No. Fuji does not heal my Pogi. Mew grew 9 levels in there alone. Firestone. No, I have a Sunstone. Put peek up from it. Now for the long game. Arlen, your Zardex quest may fail without love for your Chairzard. Good. Works on all sleeping Chairzard. I'm gonna head down here. So next part of the game is going to be getting to Fuchsia. There are 2 ways to get to Fuchsia. There's the really long way here, or Cycling Road. I'm gonna go through Cycling Road, which means I need to loop back to Cerulean to get the bike. Cycling Road's quicker, and I kinda wanna run the Safari Zone. Metronome cannot use Transform, I don't believe. Metronome has restrictions on certain moves. I don't know what they are in Gen 1 though, but I'm willing to bet Transform is one of them. Sunstone will probably... Sun and Moonstones probably evolve Eevee into Umbreon Espeon, yeah. Because the Ice Stone exists for Glaceon. Whether or not Sylveon's in the game though, I don't know. Maybe they made that a level evolution. Well, yeah, for one thing, Metronome can't use Metronome, so there are definitely restrictions in play. I just don't know how many. Because, as far as I know, Metronome can't roll, Metronome can't roll moves like that. Like, moves that change your Pokemon. Because it can roll exclusive moves and stuff like that, but... it can't roll, Metronome can't roll, Assist. Because that would be like a double layer. You would need to check though. I don't know for sure what the rules are. In Gen 1, Metronome only can't roll Struggle. So Metronome can roll Metronome? Is that possible? Can you roll Metronome on it? Alright, now I have the bike. Did I beat Misty? I certainly didn't. Wow, I'm gonna mop the floor with her when I'm done here. I used Transform and transformed to a Spearow, and then the Spearow used Mirror Move and transformed into me, transformed into it. What? I thought Transform was supposed to fail. Do it now? No. No, I won't. I won't do it now. Because... The thumbnail demo, I want the thumbnail to be the ghost, the Chairzard ghost, because that's too good not to use. I'm gonna head to Fuchsia. I can very easily beat Misty, but I don't really want to. I currently only have 1 badge and I'm in Saffron. That's the magic of early game Lemonade. The dev was very nice to give you that, because I don't have to fight anyone. I don't have to fight anyone except Brock. I'm a free man. I can't fight Erica or Surge because I don't have Cut or Surf. I can fight Misty, but I don't wanna. Can't get Fly either because I need Cut for that. Alright, this is the Pokemon known as Snorlax. A sleeping Charizard blocks the way. Alright. I'm just gonna, like, destroy it. Here we go. Well, there he is again. Stop doing that. Do it one more time, and it's just goodbye forever. Munchzard woke up. Oh, it's not even Snorlax. It's the Babby. Can't paralyze with Body Slam. It can put itself to sleep, though. Excellent. Okay, well, why not? Why not? Here, throw a Zard Ball at it. You earned it. What? Come on. See you like that. Yeah, fuck you. With Big Yaw Munchstar returning to the mountain. Returning to the mountain. Good. Alright, Pikachu. It's your turn. Let's kick some ass. Coming through! What do you want? That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know why I'm doing any of this. 29. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. That's a high level. I need agility. Well, that was lucky. Oh, I want to evolve Pikachu, but I need agility. God, 29's a bit high, though. Yeah, for some reason in Gen 1, they decided that instead of catching the Pokemon and having it break free, you just flat out miss the fucking Pokemon. It's really weird. Yes. Yes. No. Come on. Fuck it. Light him up. Almost the big boy. I'm still missing a Pokemon for the team. I only have 5. Right, I wanted Special Tauros. That's what I wanted. I wanted Tauros with special moves. Alright. To be honest, I'd rather have Pikachu up front at all times. Because Pikachu up front. You can go around the other side and beat Chari for Fuchsia. I can, yeah, but the reason I'm here first is because it's less distance. It's less distance to go. I'm gonna go loop around again, but that way I'll be able to get to Fuchsia, get my magical bolt, and then walk back up there, get all them. Cause I'll have Surf and Strength as well. Oh yeah. And then I can fight Koga. And if I beat Koga, I guess I could do self-co before I fight Koga to get more levels, which I'm probably gonna need anyway. Which means I can pretty much do everything in the game before, and then I can do everything in the game except the Pokemon Mansion before having to fight a gym leader again. Which, when you think about it, is magical. All this because I had Lemonade out the game. I hate when that. Look at that damage. Full para. Okay, good. Any EXP I can get on Pikachu is good. Pikachu doesn't have Thunderbolt, which is locked behind Surge, which, you know, I'm kind of doing this to myself. But Agility, Horn Drill. Wait, oh shit, they're a higher level than me. Agility, Horn Drill, man. Agility, Horn Drill. I'm going for it. Already got the best mon in the business here. You think Karate Chop scares me? Well, it does if you keep critting. Forgot I have Rock Slide as well. Of course, it doesn't work on fighting types. Good. Perfection. Now I get to leave. Again. Heal again. For Pikachu. 33. That's all I need. Level 33. I get agility. I evolve Pikachu. Pikachu is now a Raichu. I mean Charizard. And then what? I still don't have Thunderbolt. Oh my god. I could get it from the game corner. But I get it from... How's that work, actually? How's that work? Because Flamethrower, Ice Beam, and Thunderbolt are in the game corner, but I got the Ice Beam. Does that mean I have 2 infinite TMs? Not like I can really check without getting the coin case, but then if I get that, I have to put it in the PC to get rid of it. Oh my. Fun fact about this. This water here, you can catch Grimer, right? This trainer over here gives you the TM for Soft Boiled. Do you know what Pokemon can learn the TM Soft Boiled? Go ahead, guess. You'll never guess. Andrew's home? Okay. Just, take a shower and eat. I'm gonna wrap this up soonish. I don't think I'm gonna get to Fuchsia, but I might as well clean up a bit of the trainers. Here we go. Body Slam. Charizard is the correct answer. No, but there's a TM for Soft Boiled. And the only Pokemon that can learn it is Chansey and Mew. Why it's a TM is beyond me. Because Chansey learns Soft Boiled naturally anyway, so I don't know why they decided to make it a TM. Unless they planned for Mew to learn it. Togepi can learn it. Well, I'm talking about Classic. Pretty sure that that NPC is a move tutor. And not doesn't just give you a TM. The fact that the TM is so weird. Like, Mega Punch is a TM in this game, but then there's a move tutor for it. I don't know where Mega Kick is, though. I don't know where that move is. I'm sure it's somewhere. But they made Mega Punch and Mega Kick very early moves you could get right after Mount Moon. And they sucked. They had high power, but they were very inaccurate. They were mostly ass. But they were there, you could use them. And I'm pretty sure they knew that, like, no one would really gonna want to use those moves anyway more than once. Oh shit, I need to get out of here. Sorry, King. Nobody wanted to use the moves more than once, so they put them there where you can use them and not worry about it. It's like, oh damn, I really wanted to teach my Mewtwo Mega Kick, which by the way, I did that in Gen 1 for some reason. But I can't because I gave it to my Charmeleon. Wow, that's loud. Chansey cannot learn Soft Boil by level up in Gen 1. What? Why? What the fuck is the point? Why would they make it a TM and not just make it on her base moveset? That's so confusing. I don't understand. Also, Rock Slide is very loud. It's like Screech and Hyper Beam rolled into one awful package. Excellent. Good. Kaboom. Weren't there more trainers here? I'm feeling hungry and mean. Psychic types learn Recover, which is just soft-boiled. Yeah, it's just soft-boiled. What? Why is soft-boiled so important? It's because, I bet it's because Chansey's HP status. You know, one of the most oddly satisfying sounds on the internet is when you're booting up DOS. What's up with that? The booting up of the MS-DOS. You know what I'm talking about? I can't even begin to explain it. But I'm sure you've heard it. Oh shit. It's so satisfying. I have no nostalgia for it at all. But when I first heard it, I was like, this is... I like this. Oops, I am the dying. I never had anything relating to DOS. Just because Vinny ends up playing some DOS games every now and again on Sundays. You know, I miss the old Windows sound effects. The current ones piss me off whenever I hear them. Especially the one that plays when you try to click out of a window, and it's like a flash is telling you need to resolve this situation. It's like, fuck off, I don't want to. It's like, oops, it's not working, oops, it's not working, oops, it's not working. And you just have to hear that ding every single time it doesn't work. I hate it. Just body slam everything, I suppose. Don't body slam. Oh, God damn it, dude. You missed. I mean, of course you did. Submission. For some reason, fighting types were not allowed to have good moves. All the good ones come with drawbacks for no reason. They're already struggling enough with the fucking psychic types. And you make their best moves like this. Good damage at least. Crystal Kaizo made submission not through recoil. And I have a feeling that that was to avoid your opponents from knocking themselves out and not you. Because submission was such good coverage. I have... Chat. I have jackpot HP. Look at that. 7 out of 77. That's a winner. Alright, that's all then. Good. Time to go buy a lottery ticket. Here we go. Speaking of that, I'll talk about Azure Lane again for a second. So, back when I first started playing, they had an event, right? And it was the last day of the event. And there was one ship I was missing. Minneapolis, right? I couldn't pull it no matter what. It was the last day, and I was at a weekly, and I was doing whatever, right? And my oil count lined up to 777, and I was with a friend. I was like, all right, I'm gonna do a poll right now with that number and see what happens. And would you believe I pulled her? I actually pulled her on that attempt. I was like, no way. There's no fucking way. So I get some... I have some belief to that absurdity because that happened. That's not supposed to happen. I wanted her because she looked cool. But I couldn't pull her, and it was the last day, and I was like, fuck it, one more pull, see what happens. And there she was. What do you want, kiddo? First, you want to know how long Blue Kaizo took to finish? Oh. Did you tell him about how it took me over 4 hours to get from Lavender to Fuchsia? Did you tell him that? No. That's like 2 or 3 streams worth. No, we want him to play it. Of course we won't say that. Blue Kaizo is... I don't know if Christian would want to play that, because Christian doesn't like staying on difficult games for very long, and Blue Kaizo is a game that you very much do the same thing over and over again until it works out in your favor. That's just what the game is. He had the idea himself. I don't think he knows what he's getting into. If he won't even finish Castlevania games on stream, then there's no fucking way he's gonna finish Blue Kaizo on stream. No way. I remember everything about that game. Everything. It's ingrained in my mind, even though it's been so long. Game is fucking evil. He's gonna be pretty mad. Pretty mad is an understatement. Just be sure when he plays the game to let him know that he absolutely needs a Pokemon that can beat Starmie. Absolutely. You need a Pokemon that can beat Starmie. No, I remember everything about that game. I remember that in order to get to Cinnabar, you have to surf from Fuchsia through C4 Islands to get there. I remember how to get from to Fuchsia to begin with. I remember the Safari Zone. I remember the Rocket Hideout. Silphco was a bitch. Oh my god. Victory Road. Oh my god. The encounter rate is like every 2 steps. Except my final team. My final team was Venusaur, Charizard, Rhydon, oh god. I had Dragonite by the end. I had Machamp. And I think I had Slowbro. I think Slowbro was there. I don't remember. Yeah, the Rocket Hideout had invisible spinners. Redactus, Snorlax, Alakazam, Jolteon, Starmie, Rhydon. See, the thing about Rhydon is not a very good Pokemon, except when it is. Rhydon will just die to everything, but as soon as you get matched up with a Jolteon, an Electrode, or Zapdos, I was getting there, Rhydon becomes undefeatable. However, every single Raichu in the game has Surf, so if you think you're gonna beat that with Rhydon, think again. What the oh. Scary creature here. Lol-K, have fun! That game took me 3.5 hours to beat, and 2 of them were dedicated to the last 2 bosses. You wanted to know how many streams did it take you to beat Blue Kaizo. I wasn't saving VODs at that point, but probably around the same amount as Crystal Kaizo, if not a little less. Maybe a little less than Crystal Kaizo, and I don't know how many that came up to. Push Tracker knows? Well, give it a look, see how many it was. I'd just like to remind you that I didn't really beat the final challenge legitimately. Oh, I'm sure he also has no idea that his rival has a Mew. That is the most piece of shit, belligerent bullshit in the entire game. Is your rival's Mew. It's impossible to beat. Oh, it's disabled. Thunder Wave it for now. Oh yeah, and everything in the game has Thunder Wave. If he wants to play, he can play himself. I'm not gonna tell him. He can experience that bullshit himself. But I am someone who played through that game. I played that fucking game. I've been there. Excellent. Volpera. Volpera. Don't body slam. Yes. Yes. Smoked. Hell yeah. Now Pikachu's going to die. Goodbye, Pikachu. Alright, Pikachu. Cycling roads uphill mechanics are obnoxious, to say the least. All the good Gen 1 mons are locked in post-game, and every single Psychic type is only obtainable when you reach Victory Road. So yeah, the game is evil. Also, you can't use status ailments in the game at all. Well, I mean, you can. You can. But the Elite Four has infinite items, remember. The AI cheats with items in that game. They also have infinite PP, so you can't PP stall nonsense. Hypno was one of the most obnoxious Pokemon for me to beat. I just didn't have a good thing. I didn't have a way to beat it. Like, Psychic types are so hard to knock out if they're pure Psychic types. The only reason I could beat Alakazam is because for some reason Charizard was able to beat Alakazam rather consistently. It was kind of frightening. Like, Alakazam was the Pokemon I feared the most, but Hypno ended up being way worse. If there were added trainer battles in the post-game, that limitation would be more appropriate. The fact that he wouldn't even give you the bad Psychic types is kind of annoying. Like, yeah, I get it, Alakazam is ridiculous, And you can't... Oh, by the way, Trade Evolution Pokemon exist in that game. Guess what level they evolve? Go ahead, guess. I don't know about Machamp because I caught a raw Machamp in Seafoam Islands. However, if you want an Alakazam, 80? Oh, that's cute. No, your Kadabra evolves at level 100. You don't get to use Alakazam. Not only is it at the end of the game, it has to be level 100 before you can even use it at all. So that means it doesn't get any moves. And I mean, like, all that really matters, I suppose. You're just gonna use it for Psychic anyway. But yeah, Execute, Staryu, Slowpoke, Drowsy, all the Psychic types in the game are locked in the locked to the end. You cannot use Psychic types, but your opponents can. Your opponents very much can, and they will. Oh yeah, I forgot, Brock also has a Golem. And he has an Aerodactyl that knows Fly, and it's a one-turn move. Because fuck you. That fight sucked. Starting with Charmander in that game is a death sentence. Not that it matters, because you can catch every starter for really early on, right next to Viridian. But Venusaur doesn't learn anything past Razor Leaf, and Charizard was okay. Charizard had enough speed to actually do things. But I don't know about Blastoise. Blastoise would have water and ice moves, which are good. But yeah, my recommendation is catching something that can beat Starmie and having a Rhydon or a Golem, because you will not be able to beat Zapdos without it. And you will have to fight a Zapdos. You cannot avoid a Zapdos. Of course, you can go catch your own Zapdos. Oof. Oof. I gotta retreat. I wonder if the level 7 glitch... The level 7 glitch would probably work in Blue Kaizo, but I feel like there's no trainers you can activate it on. The Articuno and Seafoam. Yeah, that applies to all of them. It was not a welcome surprise. That game is hard. That game is hard, and it encompasses everything about Gen 1 that is infuriating. And it does it in a way that doesn't let you do it. Also, every wild Pokemon has a status ailment move. They just all have them. They all use them. They all have them. Everything that can learn Thunder Wave will have Thunder Wave. It's a fucking experience. I gotta recommend getting an electric type. Although I don't know where you get one. I don't think I used the Eevee. But Electrode or Jolteon would be fine, but they would only be able to do one thing, and that's Thunderbolt. If you want them to do anything else, don't bother. Actually, no, I would recommend one of them, because they're faster than Starmie and would be able to kill it in one hit. I had a Gyarados, that's what it was. My last Pokemon was Gyarados on the team. Because Gyarados... You still get the Magikarp, but the Magikarp doesn't evolve until level 25. My Magikarp... My Gyarados knew Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, and Blizzard. It was really strange. And then I think I gave it Hyper Beam. 16 streams of Blue Kaizo, 17 Crystal Kaizo. Yeah, that seems right. Then the Snorlax and Crystal... Yep. Yep. The only place you can find Snorlax in Crystal Kaizo is in the room where Red is. Because Snorlax is the best Pokemon in Gen 2 OU. And the dev knows that. The dev knows his shit. He knows which Pokemon are good and which Pokemon aren't amazing. So that's why all the best Pokemon are locked. Like, you can still catch them all, but like every single good Pokemon that you could use in Gen 2 is at Mount Silver. All of them. And then in Blue Kaizo, don't even think for a second you're gonna catch a fucking Tauros. Don't even try. Don't even think. That piece of shit's probably hanging out right next to Mewtwo. Nice bike, how's it handle? Sand, oh yeah, Jolteon can get Sand Attack. That would be good cheese. Pretty sure the AI likes to switch. Or not likes to switch, but the AI will switch. I don't know though, I don't remember specifically. Wheezing, I don't have anything for this. Nice. Yeah, Blue Kaizo was an experience. It was absolutely an experience. I am not a better man for doing it. But I did do it. I did do it. I'd also like to say that you're not allowed to use revives in battle in Blue Kaizo, but you are allowed to use potions and stuff. And I just like to say that I didn't know that until I got to the Elite Four in Crystal Kaizo. So I was not using healing items in battle the whole time because I legitimately did not know I was allowed to. I thought the game would not let me. Wait, you can get a Staryu? Oh, no way, really? You gotta get a Staryu. You gotta get a Staryu then. That's gonna be one of the best Pokemon in the game. All you gotta do is get it Surf and Psychic. And have T-Bolt coverage, and you are fucking set. But even then, you wanna make sure your Electric type will have it. Chris is gonna try and use, like, shitty Pokemon, and he's gonna learn the hard way. He's gonna learn that not all Pokemon are made equal. Nothing teaches you that quite like Kaizo. However, Crystal Kaizo taught me that Heracross is one of the best Pokemon ever made. That son of a bitch was like carrying so hard. And Quick Claw made it all the sweeter. You need a Super Rod and Fish and Cinnabar. Well, that's basically the end of the game. Blue Kaizo was 16 streams, totaling 37 hours and 38 minutes. Yep. Took me over 4 hours just to get to Fuchsia. You know the best part about that experience was it got to a point where I was theory crafting. Like, it was taking me so long to get there. I was like, I bet the game is gonna do something that it's gonna elongate the process because there's no way to get to Cycling Road from Celadon. And sure enough, you have to go up Cycling Road from Fuchsia to get to the Fly House. And then when you get to the Fly House, you can then teach Fly, and then you can get to Fuchsia. Fly is mandatory. You need Fly to beat the game. Evil. Better have that Pidgey handy. Pretty sure I had Chairzard, and then I think I caught a Dratini. I think I caught a Dratini in the Safari Zone. But I know I had a Dragonite by the end game. I think it had, like, Blizzard and Hyper Beam and Thunder Wave. Don't remember the exacts, though. I also had Farfetch'd for Cut, yes. Because you need Cut. Anywhere you think you'll need Cut, you will need Cut. Anywhere you don't think you'll need Cut, you will need Cut. So there were times where I had to get rid of one of the team members so I could use Cut to progress. So I recommend getting a Pokemon you can teach cut and not have to worry about them like losing a move slot. Cause you really need all you can get. Once you get a move, once you reach a move that you learn, that's it. You either get it or you don't. And again, the encounter rate is ridiculous. You will need cut just to move in the towns. You will need cut to do anything. Pretty much every single route has a cut tree, even when it shouldn't. And by the time you realize it, you're already so far in that it hurts. I can't believe. Oh, chat, do you remember what happened when I got to the end of Victory Road? That was a fucking endeavor. So, I got through Victory Road, right? And there's no smoke ball. There's no smoke ball in the game. So, you cannot guarantee escapes without Pokédolls. But, like, I don't know if Pokédolls were sold or if there were just too many of them. Right? So, what ended up happening was, since every Pokemon at the end of the game is a high-level Psychic type, they're really fast. It's hard to run away from them. And they killed everything. The only Pokemon I had left was Farfetch'd. And I started save stating and taking steps through the grass to get to the end of it with Farfetch'd. Not even save stating, but like saving and then quitting, right? Just so I could not have to do that entire thing over again, because I had already died like 5 times in Victory Road. It was ridiculous. So I had a level 19 Farfetch'd that I had to keep alive to get to the Pokemon Center in the Indigo Plateau. It actually managed to run from something once too. That's the crazy part. Pretty sure the evolutions are also there. No, that was Gen 1. Gen 2, I walked through Rock Smash Rocks because I legitimately did not know that Rock Smash became a TM you could buy in Goldenrod. So I didn't want to teach Rock Smash to anyone in fear of getting rid of it and soft-locking myself. In hindsight, I probably should have expected the dev to think of that, but I really wasn't sure. So I just didn't bother. I just used walk-through walls. I also walked up a mountainside, because you had to go through a whole convoluted cave system to get to Dragon's Den. And I wanted the extreme speed Dratini, and I already walked through it all, and if you don't have an open slot in your party, you have to do it all over again. So instead of doing that, I just walked up a wall. And I don't think people were happy about that. But I also don't care, because if you want to do it legit, play it yourself. I went through all that shit multiple times anyway. Just let me walk up the goddamn wall to get my Dratini. It's bullshit anyway that I won't go to the box. Yep, you can't use cut on grass in Gen 1. Don't worry, I was told. I tried, it didn't work, and I was sad. Because the grass, the encounter rate in that game is bonkers. It's even worse for Crystal, because once you get to the point where the wild Pokemon are all level 100, you cannot use repels. Because repels don't work on Pokemon that are equal level to you. Took me half an hour to find out how to get around Blackthorn. Yep, and then it turns out that I got to Blackthorn and I thought I had to go through Dark Cave. Turns out I would just missed a path, and I was an idiot. That was impressive. Because I knew that the dev was going to incorporate all that shit for something, and I wasn't sure what it was going to be. And I thought that was what it was, but it turns out it was to get to Dragon's Den. And I guess it makes sense, because it would have rendered Ice Path completely moot, but you also would have needed Waterfall, so you would have to go through it anyway. The dev may be a bastard, but he's not an idiot. He's no idiot. He knows what he's doing. Still, what he does, he makes me upset. He's a smart guy, but he makes me upset with his creations. They stopped letting you cut grass eventually. Kind of unethical. Do it again in Hoenn. I am not excited. See, I respect his ability to make them, but I hate that I have to be a part of it. Because they're hard. They're very hard. But props to someone actually making a Kaizo rendition of Pokemon, and doing it pretty well. Because most of the time, Kaizo games, people can't really do Kaizo. Kaizo is a really delicate thing, right? Like, some people think that difficulty just means being really absurdly unfair. But it takes quite a lot of skill to be able to make something that's ridiculously difficult, but still, like, you know, fair. I beat them. I beat them, so they're possible. But they are hard. But no, like, Mario Maker's a pretty good example. Mario Maker, there are people that make Kaizo levels, and they're, like, really hard levels, but they are skill-based and they're challenging. And then some people make Kaizo levels that are just like, oh, pick a door. There's 8 doors, pick one at the end of the level. There's jumps that may or may not be possible to make, and hidden blocks everywhere. I wouldn't know because I made a dev pipe, so I could just beat the level without having to actually play it. That kind of Kaizo is like, ugh. There's a very thin line between hard and totally unfair. I agree. Lands of Torture. See, I was thinking about that one, and I'm gonna hold off on it for a bit longer because Pikmin 3 is coming out soon, and I wouldn't mind doing that first. Play Pikmin 3. But Lands of Torture sounds like hell. Pikmin Kaizo sounds like hell. Excellent. He's a bird keeper. Come on, Pikachu, you're almost there. Lands of Torture is Kaizo done wrong. I gave up playing in Emergence Cave. Can't be that bad. Pikmin 3's back in the Wii U eShop. What the fuck? The updated version and all that is coming to Switch the end of October. So basically 2 months. And I'm excited for that because I haven't played Pikmin 3 in a long while, and there's additional content that I wouldn't mind checking out. However, I kind of expected that Pikmin 3 would find its way on the Switch before Pikmin 4 got any more information, but for God's sakes, man. Can we get anything on Pikmin 4? Like, can I just have someone come out and be like, yes, we're working on this, don't worry. It's been years. Years since we've been told of its existence, and nothing. No follow-up. So, yeah, by the way, with multi-hit moves, if the first one crits, everything after it crits too. Fun, right? Pikmin 4 was known to exist, but we don't have any info on it aside from that. And it's just like, I want to know, dude. I don't know what the extra content is. They're bundling all the DLC that went with it, and I believe they said they were making some bonus mode that featured Olimar and Louie, I guess. I don't know, I didn't look too hard into it, but in my opinion, it's still full price. I don't really like that, but I like Pikmin enough, and I think there's enough content there that I wouldn't mind getting it for Switch. There's not anything on Metroid Prime 4. That's not true. You got something on Metroid Prime 4. You got a graphic, and then you got notice that the entire thing was being scrapped and overhauled. Pikmin 4 was just like, Miyamoto was just like, oh yeah, we're working on that, don't worry, before the Switch was even a thing. Like, when the Switch was still in development, and it was only known by its code name, is when we knew Pikmin 4 existed, but we didn't get anything on that. And then the first time we got Pikmin stuff, it was Hey Pikmin. And Hey Pikmin is it's a game. It's a game. Zardrio? Oh, that's unfortunate. Very lame. Prime 4 is a new director, so it reset again. No, that's Rockslide's animation. It's just the amount of Pokemon that actually learn it is kind of slim. It's a poopy animation. Hurts. The only time you're using Rockslide is if you're giving it to, like, Geodude. Because a lot of the Pokemon that learn it, you gotta go out of your way to get. And you're frozen. Rhyhorn and Rhydon are great Pokemon, but they put Rhyhorn so far into the game in the Safari Zone that it doesn't feel worth it to ever get a Rhydon. However, Blue Kaizo gives you Rhyhorn really early, and it's a massive pain in the ass to level up because its move pool is fucking garbage. And it doesn't evolve until level 40. It's so bad. It's so hard to level up. And it's only good for very specific matchups, but my god, is it good in them. The definition of a hard counter. What if they have something on Pikmin 4 because Pikmin's supposed to be Pikmin 4, but they know it would upset people? No, they wouldn't make the 4th game in the series a 3DS game. They're not that stupid. I mean, they did make Federation Force, which was pretty stupid, but they're not that stupid. Alright, chat, that's the end of the game for now. Let's make my save positions, you know, the good shit. So we're in Fuchsia. Next time, I'm gonna go to the Safari Zone. I'm gonna get Surf and Strength, I'm gonna catch a Mystic Bull, and I'm gonna ride up Fuchsia from the side and get all those trainers taken care of. Maybe go to Silph.Co after. So yeah, still haven't done any gyms, but we're breezing through this game. 100% breezing through it. I'm so used to all the other games I've been playing being like, alright, I got through one gym in 3 hours, but now it's like, I'm gonna get through every gym in 1 hour. Oh no, Safari Zone. It ain't gonna be as bad. I was gonna explain what the Safari Zone does in Kaizo, but I'll save that for next time. Okay, so I'll be back with this on Monday, and we will resume Chairzard.